nobody would go to their silly little jobs, doing their work for the elites, there would be no elites doing their satanic, pedophilic bullshit, putting black magic spells on people with their depopulation agendas and such. That's why they're building AI. They're all about that AI and robotics. Because, say what you will about these guys, they ain't that stupid. They're actually pretty good at scheming. But let's remember, if nobody would be living in these Soviet Union, box house, modern architecture, soulless buildings, they would be living in mud houses or log cabins like this, just playing around in the mud, doing animal husbandry and farming and gardening, and saying F you to the controllers. There wouldn't be nobody controlling us. We already would got everything we need. It's really simple shit. Everything the modern lemming calls a progress is actually a destruction of the natural order of things. And the key part here is they have to MK Ultra our little frontal lobes to go to the natural destruction of natural order with our own willingness. And better yet, we do it with a smile on our face and a good attitude. Everybody hates a bad attitude. Nobody loves party pooper with a stupid little attitude who doesn't follow the rules. Nobody likes the black sheep. But if everybody would be a black sheep, there wouldn't be no wolves in a sheep's clothing. Just remember that. It's simple shit. Every day, every minute, every second, we have a choice. And most of us choose the matrix over nature. Shut your fucking mouth. I got responsibilities. Sounds like you're a little too deep in the matrix. And you ain't willing to let the lemmings die. And you ain't willing to let the little lemming die inside of your soul. Still feeling nostalgic for those video games, those Disney movies, all the cool memories that also kinda ruined your life. They captured your dopamine. And now you're out here feeling like nothing makes sense anymore. You feeling me? Everything feels insane and absolutely pointless at the same time. Nothing makes sense to you. You look left, you see a blue-haired, tattooed bitch doing OnlyFans. You look right, you see infertile, Jesus-loving Christian. You look forward, you see a Jew playing these two fools. You look backwards, You see a Muhammadanian yelling Allah Akbar. It's just all craziness and nothing makes sense. Can we get a mashallah up in here? So yeah, the new world is built by the nigga. The new world is gonna be built by the real G's. And the real G's are the one that choose lasagna without the G every single moment. They keep the very moment that you are watching right now and I'm speaking right now very close to their hearts and their souls. And they understand what the fuck is really going on. If everybody would just be out here, balls and titties out, farming that orb over there, there wouldn't be no satanic pedophiles sacrificing kids for Moloch and shit. Maybe they would be there, but they wouldn't have any power. Because their little spells and their little magics, even though they got the most powerful magic out there, they literally have to sacrifice everything, every good thing in the world to gain the power. But even then it wouldn't work. Because everybody would be balls and titties out, grounded in nature, feeling good as a motherfucker, and they would see through all that bullshit straight away, and they would execute these black magicians. That's what it is all about. When you see the good, you see the truth, and you got the fucking law force to execute the truth, execute the natural order. You don't fuck around. That's why I said the real G's, the real niggas, they gonna build the new order of things. When we go back to our mud houses, log cabins, we build our own pyramids. We build our own megalithic stone structures. And we be outside in the nature, skinning the game. Fucking dancing on the tunes of Mother Earth. It's gonna be pretty sweet. But remember, there wouldn't be none of this bullshit if you lemmings wouldn't choose the bullshit. Stop giving energy to the bullshit. Only energy you should give to it is hostility. Maybe even violence at this point. Let's be honest, guys. But at least hostility. Be very hostile to the system. Be very hostile to the AI. Be very hostile to the data centers. Be very hostile to Peter Thiel. Be very hostile to Billy Gates. Be very hostile to all the Freemasonic law systems. Be very hostile to that one country in the desert and all the proxy countries that country controls. Be very hostile to the captured media owned by the Rothschilds. Be very hostile to all the centralized algorithms. Be very hostile to the glyphosate using farmers. be very hostile to the vaccine pushing MDs and PhDs and farmers. And every day choose to do better. And the best is nature. That's for damn sure. And you can see right now. We're doing it real motherfucking good out here. Choose this shit. It always got your back, homie. I believe in you. Best science over and out.